Life sometimes throws us into situations we'd rather not be in, and ending a relationship is one of those tough decisions. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, knowing that the plunge is necessary but fearing the fall. It's never easy to tell someone it's over, but it's a part of life we sometimes have to face. The key is to handle it with respect and consideration, understanding the gravity of the words we're about to utter. No matter how difficult it is, remember, it's crucial to end things on a respectful note. Scene script. First, let's talk about what not to do when ending a relationship. There's a right and a wrong way to do just about everything, and breaking up is no different. Some methods, while seemingly easy or convenient, can end up causing more harm than good. Let's delve into some of the worst ways to end a relationship and the damage they can inflict. One of the most notorious methods is ghosting. This is when you suddenly cut off all communication with the person you're dating without any explanation whatsoever. It's like you've vanished into thin air. Ghosting can leave the other person confused, hurt, and full of unanswered questions. It's an approach that lacks empathy and respect, and it can have serious emotional consequences. Next, we have the infamous text breakup. Yes, we live in a digital age where most of our communication is done via instant messaging. But ending a relationship deserves more than a few typed words on a screen. It's impersonal and can come across as cowardly. A text message doesn't give the other person a chance to express their feelings or ask questions. It's a one-way street that leaves no room for dialogue or closure. Then there's the blame game. It's all too easy to point fingers when things go wrong. But ending a relationship by blaming the other person is not only unfair, but it's also unproductive. It can lead to resentment, anger, and even a damaged self-esteem. Remember, it takes two to tango. A relationship's end is rarely the fault of one person alone. Lastly, let's talk about public breakups. They're embarrassing, awkward, and completely unnecessary. Breaking up in public can add an extra layer of stress to an already difficult situation. It's a method that lacks privacy and compassion, and it can lead to public humiliation. Avoid these methods at all costs. They can cause more harm than good. It's important to remember that ending a relationship is a delicate process. It requires honesty, respect, and consideration. So, before you make a move, think about how you would want to be treated in the same situation, because everyone deserves a breakup that's as painless as possible. Now, let's discuss when and where you should have this conversation. Timing and setting are crucial when it comes to ending a relationship. They can significantly influence how the message is received and processed. You wouldn't want to tell someone it's over while they're celebrating a promotion at work, right? That would be like throwing a bucket of ice water over a person on a hot day. It's shocking, unexpected, and downright uncomfortable. Choosing the right time involves considering the other person's current emotional state and their schedule. You don't want to have this conversation when they're already stressed or dealing with other major life issues. That's just adding insult to injury. And you certainly don't want to do it when they're in the middle of something important like a work project or a family event. You should aim for a time when they're relatively relaxed and have enough time to process the information. Now let's talk about the setting. Public places should be avoided. Breaking up in front of an audience can be deeply humiliating. Plus, public settings often don't offer the privacy required for such a personal and sensitive conversation. You want a setting that's private and comfortable, but remember, it's not just about your comfort. The other person should feel safe expressing their feelings too. Also, refrain from rushing the conversation. This isn't a band-aid that you can rip off in a second. It's a conversation that requires patience, understanding, and empathy. Take the time to listen, answer questions, and provide some level of closure. In essence, the ideal time and place for this conversation is when both of you have enough time, are in a private and comfortable setting, and are in a relatively calm emotional state. This approach reduces the chances of turning a difficult conversation into a traumatic experience. It's never easy to tell someone it's over, but with the right timing and setting, you can make the process less painful and more respectful. Remember, when and where you have this conversation matters a lot. So, what are the best ways to end a relationship? When it comes to ending a relationship, there's no magic formula, no one-size-fits-all solution. But certain approaches generally lead to a smoother, more respectful conclusion. Let's dive into the details. First off, honesty is paramount. It's essential to be truthful about why you're ending the relationship. This doesn't mean you should be brutally honest and say everything that comes to your mind. Instead, It's about tactfully expressing your feelings and reasons. Remember, it's possible to be honest without being hurtful. Next, clarity plays a big role. Don't beat around the bush or leave the other person guessing. Be clear about your intentions and reasons. Ambiguity can lead to false hope, confusion, and prolong the pain. So, say what you need to say and mean what you say. Now let's talk about respect. It's crucial to remember that the person you're breaking up with is someone who once held a special place in your heart. Therefore, it's essential to treat them with the same respect and kindness you would hope to receive. Avoid blame games, name-calling, or bringing up past mistakes. Instead, focus on the present situation and your feelings. Another key aspect is allowing the other person to express their feelings. It's not just about you delivering a monologue, it's a dialogue. They might be hurt, surprised, or even relieved. They may need some time to process the information. Be patient, and allow them to express their emotions. They deserve to be heard too. Furthermore, it's essential to maintain privacy. Breakups can be messy and painful, and broadcasting the details to friends, family, or social media can add unnecessary drama and stress to an already challenging situation. Keep it between the two of you as much as possible. Lastly, remember that it's okay to seek help. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, a breakup can feel overwhelming. Don't hesitate to reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or professional counselor for support. It's okay to not be okay, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. In summary, the best ways to end a relationship revolve around honesty, clarity, respect, allowing the other person to express their feelings, maintaining privacy, and seeking help when needed. It's all about treating the other person the way you'd want to be treated in the same situation. Being honest, clear, and respectful is the best approach. After the breakup, how should you behave? It's a question that lingers in the minds of many, and today we're going to delve into it. The period after a breakup can be a maelstrom of emotions, but it's also a time for reflection, growth, and self-care. Firstly, give each other space. It's imperative to remember that just like you, the other person is also dealing with the end of a relationship. They too need time and space to process their feelings. It's okay to disconnect for a while, to unfollow them on social media, or even block their number if it helps you heal. Don't feel guilty about it. It's not about cutting them out of your life forever, but rather creating a safe space for your healing. Secondly, no matter how you feel about the other person right now, resist the urge to badmouth them. It's easy to vent your frustrations and paint them as the villain, especially when the wound is still fresh. But remember, this person was once a significant part of your life. Respect what you had together and refrain from spreading negativity. It won't help you heal, and it certainly won't change the past. Lastly, focus on self-care. It's easy to lose yourself in the midst of a breakup, but it's crucial to remember that you're your own person, independent and capable. Take this time to do the things you love. Read a book, go for a run, cook your favorite meal, or even take a trip. Rediscover the joy in being alone. It's not about forgetting the other person, but about remembering yourself. A breakup can feel like the end of the world, but it's not. It's just the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. It's important to remember that it's okay to grieve, to feel the pain, and to be angry. But it's equally important to remember to let go, to forgive, and to move on. After the breakup, it's important to focus on healing and moving forward. This is your time, your journey. Embrace it, learn from it, grow from it, and most importantly, remember to love yourself through it. Let's recap what we've discussed today. We've journeyed through the murky waters of ending relationships, a task that's never easy, yet sometimes necessary. We've explored the worst ways to say goodbye, highlighting the importance of avoiding impulsive decisions, cruel words, or ghosting. We then delved into the crucial role of timing and setting, underscoring the need for a private, calm environment and a moment when both parties are ready to talk. It's about respect, after all. Next, we navigated the more compassionate routes to closure, emphasizing the necessity of honesty, empathy, and clear communication. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. The aftermath of a breakup is a time for healing and self-reflection. It's okay to feel a range of emotions and to seek support if needed. Remember, ending a relationship is difficult, but with respect and consideration, you can navigate this tough situation. You're not alone, and it's okay to seek help if you need it.